Hey, good morning.
Good morning. Good afternoon.
Morning.
Morning.
All right, we'll just give it another minute or two and then we'll get started. Anyone do anything fun over the weekend? Yeah, me neither.
Candle weekend was good.
Good.
Do we plan to have some Magma Con in future?
I'm sorry, repeat that.
Do we plan to have something like Magma Con or something like that in future?
Probably not in the short term, but potentially in the long term.
Yeah.
I think there are right now a lot of conferences that we should try to hijack and where we should bring our talks to. And once we have proven that we can fill these conferences, we can plan our own conference.
Yeah,
Yes.
very expensive, and we unfortunately just don't have the budget. And we need a larger community and hopefully establish ourselves at other events first.
Yeah.
But I like the idea.
Yeah. I also see in other communities they have special interest groups, but we don't have that here. So maybe we can use something like that.
Yeah, definitely. So I was hoping Amar was going to join us to see if he had any PTL updates first, but I think we can go ahead and get started and we can skip the PTL updates until he joins. So we'll skip that and we'll go to release updates from Govind or Daljit.
Sure. Yeah. So can you see my share?
Yes.
Yeah, this is the last week's 1.8 release meeting notes. So we have prioritized the 1.8 release blockers in the order that is specified here. So the number one blocker is, there are a couple of OVS PR that needs to be merged. One is from Praveen, another one is from Praveena from Wave Labs. So once those PRs are merged, OVS Debian packages have to be built and then uploaded in JFrog. So that work is in progress. And
Sorry, Govind, with the one
Yeah,
package, one package has been is in the repository what Wave Labs were looking for. So from Wave Labs perspective, the team is unblocked and they will continue merging the PRs they have. Jagesh is driving that. So the PR, you see there 12529 and another IPv6 PR. We are ready to merge. I think Jagesh, I think you can drive, or you have a question for anybody here?
Yeah, so Govind, I think now we can merge 1 to 5 to 9. Now our basic requirement is met.
Okay. So are we waiting on Praveen for his patch to be merged?
No. This is independent. We
It's,
can merge it.
sorry to spoil the party. It's not fully independent. The pre-burn images in the CI are not yet updated. So if that 1, 2, 5 to 9 would land, it would be CI tested against old OVS versions. So might not be fully unblocked yet.
Okay, got it. So
But we can discuss that asynchronously.
sure. Okay, because when we updated, we were able to see the new version. So we thought maybe CI is also using it. Okay. Nice.
Yeah,
got it.
not the version update is not yet fully propagated through,
Okay, got it.
and we are waiting for province change to land before fully refreshing all versions in all stages.
Okay. So yeah.
So Max, you are saying Wavelab cannot do the merge right now. They have to wait.
Not fully sure. The CI should tell you. It's not fully propagated. I'm not sure if that is an issue, but
Yes.
it might be an issue.
Yes, because it will start crashing. That's the reason we were been waiting for the OVS package to be upgraded. Okay.
But also,
So, yeah.
Pravin committed to do his changes until today, so I will ping him again.
Okay. Sure. So if Praveen is ready and the package is there, we can do it. But yeah, so that's all from our side.
Okay.
Okay. I have one more question. Do we still need the Praveen's PR to be merged for this release?
It fixes a significant bug, and it's small. I would try to get it in.
Okay, then we need to get update from Praveen. I did not hear any update there, right?
Yes.
Did you get back? Did he get back to you?
No, Daljit,
I talked to
reaching him.
Pravin, and he committed to do it till today, and I will ping him if he can do it, and if he can't, we might want to find a different way.
Okay. Let's try to conclude on this in next 1.8 meeting, right? It's
Yeah, sure. Thanks, Darjit. And next blocker is ARM Docker build job enablement. So we have informed Tim, and he said it's about to be completed. So it's still work in progress. And Tim will be adding a new CI job to host the AGW Docker image in Magma Artifactory and make relevant changes.
Just regarding the ARM Docker build job, Tim today wrote in some channel that it's not a blocker for branching. Or at least that was what I understood.
No, I would like to be part of master and then branch. So I think we can have an offline discussion. So that was the initial thought. We want to get this enabled before we cut a branch.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's the second blocker. And the third blocker is about the flakiness in LT integration test. Ankit is actively working on that, and hopefully this will be fixed in a week as per the last release meeting. And Ankit, do you want to comment on this? Is it going to take more than a week, or do you need more time for this?
Expected, I'm trying to finish it by this week. Hopefully, this would be done. In additional circumstances, this can go one more week, because reproducing the issues is not very easy in all the scenarios. Sometimes they come, sometimes they don't come. So in all iterations, the issues are not reproduced. So they might take some more time, but I'm trying to finish it by this week.
Okay, yeah, thanks. And regarding the documentation, we don't see this as a blocker, so it's all going good. Wavelabs team, any comments here? I think we are good on the documentation, right?
Yes. So once our OVS, this GTP extension header gets merged, then we'll push for getting the approval. Rest will be done once 1.8 branch is cut.
Okay. Thanks, Yogesh. And the last one is about the domain proxy updates. Joey is here. So Joey, can you give an update on this? So when this will be done? We couldn't hear from you in the last release meeting.
Yeah, I believe most of the PRs were merged from what I heard, and I heard that CITS are now required again. I need to check with Gart on the status, and I can get him to comment.
Okay. Thanks, Joey. So does it going to take another week or roughly?
I don't want to answer without a real data point. Let me check if he's on the line, and I'll try to get an answer while we're on the call.
Okay. Thanks, Joey. Yep.
Is it part to be? I think Max, you were trying to find out. Is it going to be part of 1.8 release?
Yeah, that was the request from Joey to be
yes
1.8.
Okay.
Yeah. And apart from this, there is one more issue that is left out. It's something related to NMS issue. Max, do you want to comment on that NMS issue?
Yeah, there. I think it's some overlap between NMS and domain proxy. That the domain proxy UI is right now always enabled, even if domain proxy is not part of the deployment. At least that's what I understood. I think there's some conversation between Thomas Schmidt and someone from FreedomFi, as far as I understood, but I'm not sure what the current state of that part is.
We are working to disable it, so it's only enabled when you actually deploy domain proxy. I'm pretty sure most of that work he has been completed and committed. It sounded like we're working on some minor error handling issue that's left.
Sounds good then.
Okay.
Hopefully that's also fixed in time.
All right, yeah. Thanks.
What when we're saying in time, he has a release date been chosen.
We are still in the process of choosing a right date. So because of this dependency, so we are trying to gather the timeline from each of those blockers, Joey. So we thought of cutting a branch in a week, but we have to reconvene on Wednesday meeting and decide on that.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Thanks, Kendall. That's it from the release side.
Thanks, Govind. We have Amar now, so I will back up to the PTL updates. Go for it, Amar.
Hey, yeah, sorry, I was a little late. Yeah, so I think the main thing I had is Max and I met with Red Hat and ARM and Facebook just to share the 3 efforts that we're undertaking. I think there was broad buy-in. ARM was in fact very supportive about the containerization as a first option. So I think the ask, I guess, from this crowd is that maybe when we do the DevOps roadmap, have each item reference whether it would help with a container first workflow or not. And then if it doesn't, then automatically we would move that to a P2 versus a P1. So is that something, Max, you're okay, like going through the roadmap and just annotating stuff?
Yeah, I think we can do that. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, other than that, nothing more. So and then yeah, Joey's back now, so we should have a kickoff for the mock-in work stream with Bicells and FreedomFi. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just take a minute, Amar. On the containerization front, there is one S1AP test PR. Max has taken the ownership to persuade that because Ramon from Meta, he is out of this project. Thanks.
Yeah, sounds good. No, thanks. Let's track it. Thanks.
Okay, is that it for the PTL updates? Okay, we will move on to DevOps. Tim, Shubham.
Yeah, so I can take care of the update. So we have started moving our like Artifactory to new registry. So it's LF is creating all the initial like software as a service Artifactory. So we are working on that, and yeah, we have moved a lot of the CI/CD documentation, that process we are following in Confluence, and we are continuously updating all of the process there so everyone can see. And from Tim's side, like ARM pipeline is mostly done. So this last touches that we are doing. And right now we have, from today onwards, we have started releasing domain proxy Docker images. Just today we have released these 5 new Docker images for domain proxy for 1.7 release. And in future release, those images will be released with all other Docker images. And the AMI build for Access Gateway was done, but right now we are testing it. There are some issues that we are facing, yeah, and we are trying to fix them. That's it. Any questions?
Not a question, but maybe before we jump to the next topic, Marco can give a DevOps related update about the GitHub macOS runners and the traffic server.
Hey, good morning, everyone. So it seems that the GitHub runners, which are running on macOS 11, they get deprecated or they reach the end of life at the end of August. We're currently facing weekly brownouts, which means we have 1 day per week an outage of the GitHub runners. And so we decided to move it, or to move the GitHub runners to macOS 12. Unfortunately, our current traffic server does not work with macOS 12 since there are some issues with IPv6 network configurations. And we're also currently in the process to mitigate that by upgrading the traffic server to Ubuntu. And this was planned already some weeks ago. Right now, we're in the last phases of testing. So locally, I ran the integration tests already green. The build artifact is now in the Vagrant Cloud, and we are testing it with CI at the moment. And as soon as the tests run green, there will be in PR, and we are hoping for quick feedback from you guys. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Any other DevOps updates? Okay, we'll move to testing. Any testing updates?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
So just a very quick update for the testing. So as mentioned earlier by Govin and Ankit, the OI team is actively working to solve the LTE integration test facilities issue. They are difficult, and then because it's difficult to reproduce, and also sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't happen. So, but again, we are trying to finish as soon as possible, maybe in 1 or 2 weeks, hopefully. And the second, we are also working to add some 4G federated integration tests to the CI. And finally, we will start to work with a 5G SA test. So we soon need help from Wavelab team to understand the current status of the 5G SA test. So that's all from my side. Yeah.
So this 5G SA test, we are working on it, and we are expecting like Wednesday we will have those fixed.
Okay, so in this case, because again, the plan is also OAI team, we have the new tester for the SA 5G SA, so we can also have a separate discussion on that, and then for the topic of the 5G SA test.
So these are related to some existing fixer. Jugesh can update more on this.
Yeah, I think Tim. So Daljit, what OI team is doing is they are developing some 5G SA test cases. So Tim wants to have a sync up. So those are different from the CI test cases which we are running.
Actually, we are just first phase for very early phase for that, so we still don't have enough information about that. So that's why when we start, we need to set up a separate discussion with Wavelab team to understand better the current status of the 5G SA test.
Sure. So a quick update will be, we have that CI builds available. So in the Magma CI, so I think right now it's red, but I will make it green by Wednesday. So that's it tells the quick sync up, a quick overview of what are the test cases, what is their strength. But yeah, if any specific thing is needed, we can sync up.
Okay, thank you. We can contact you later. Yeah, thank you very much.
Great, thank you. We'll skip the outreach updates unless Shubham, there's anything that you would like to add for this.
No update.
Okay, then we will go to Lucas for security update. Do we have Lucas?
I don't see him online.
Okay, he must be on PTI. I couldn't remember which dates that were, so we'll skip that. Okay, we'll go to the better engineering section, C++ migration. Rashmi. Are you there, Rashmi? You're breaking up a lot.
As part of CPP migration.
Yeah, Rashmi, we are not able to hear
Like
you.
on S1PP model with
Okay, we'll skip Rashmi for now and we'll get an update asynchronously on that one. Okay, basil effort, Nils.
Yeah, hello everybody. I'm happy to announce that we got integration test running versus Baselified services. Currently, this is a new workflow that runs in parallel to the regular LTE integration test workflow. Some optimizations are ongoing, but this is one of the big steps in the migration. This was mostly done by Lars and Jan from the team. Other topics we are working on currently is the baselification of the integration test itself. The first big step is done there. And the pull request for this one is in progress. So hopefully, additionally to the baselified services in short time, we also can run the integration test with Basel as well. And additionally, we have a couple of detailed improvements, but I will not go into detail here. Thank you.
Great, thank you, Niels. Okay, DataPath, Nick or Yogesh, any updates?
No, Kendall, we are just focusing on this GTP and the province PR. Yeah, nothing specific.
All right. Next, roadmap update, Max.
Yeah, we'll keep it short. There was no notable movement since last week, but there will be after I will sync with Amar and try to understand where the Dockerization and Broken Gateway might live. So there might be some activity there. Might be a good point to bring also other topics up and mention them in the roadmap that are not yet there. So please add stuff to the roadmap. Yeah, next would be Joey with the Magma developer feedback update.
Joey, is there anything to add for the deployer feedback?
There is not.
All right, thank you. We do have a section here for weekly check-ins for feature development. Do we have any new features that we should be adding to the agenda for updates? Okay, no worries. If there are, please just add them to the agenda or ping me and I can get them added. That brings us to the end of our weekly check-ins. The only other thing that's on the agenda was just a reminder about the Open Infra project teams gathering, and was going to see if y'all put any thought on whether or not Magma would like to participate. We need to give them an answer by August 12th. So just wanted to keep this on the radar if there were any thoughts on that. Okay, is there anything else that people would like to bring up? All right, we can go ahead and end early then. Everyone have a great rest of your day and have a great week.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.